Everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have a toy. It's my son's. I really should buy myself one because they're kind of cool. What I wanted to talk to everyone about today is I don't care if you're subscribed to my channel or not. I just do this for myself. But when I was at work yesterday, it was obvious I was walking with, very, very carefully on my right foot. And it's because I have something called dermatillomania. And everyone just has this thing where they automatically think, like I was told yesterday, well, why don't you just stop? And this person started laughing. And it really irked me because it's not something I can just stop. People who have dermatillomania and other, I don't want to say like problems, but it kind of is a problem because it, to a point, I mean, we can't control it. It's not like, I am comparing this to any type of like addiction or anything, because that is on a whole nother level itself. I'm sorry, my voice keeps going in and out. It's these stupid allergies around here. Oh my god, I'm like dying over here. But it's not something people who have dermatillomania, we can't stop it. It's, to put it this way, it's, people don't, when they talk to me about it, they were like, well, what happens when you're, doing that? Like, it's like, I don't even know I'm doing it. Like, there's times when I'm just sitting on the couch or I'm sitting in my bed, and even just laying in my bed, I can feel how rough my foot is. And so I'll just sit there and then just sit up. And, whether it be, I was uncomfortable, like let's say in bed, I was uncomfortable, so I got up to sit up for a little bit because of my back. I would start going at it on my foot. And recently, should say recently, it was like yesterday. It's pretty much what happened. And I'm talking about, like, I was up till, because I worked the day before, and I was up until like 2:30 in the morning, just going at it on my foot. And everyone's like, well, why don't you just grab your toy? Like, I have this fidget cube thing where it has like a whole bunch of different stuff on it, which I love. Or I have, because sadly my son is also starting to do this, and I hate it. But this is one of his, because he likes purple. This is obviously not that purple, but it's on the purple side. So he can play with it. And this is his too. But, I mean, there's a variety of things. People are like, well, why don't you just grab your fidget cube? It's like, I don't go, thinking about it. Oh, hey, let's start picking my foot, like, because I'm bored. When I pick, whether it be my foot, and it's always my right foot, whether it be my foot, my fingers, or the inside of my mouth, or around my face. And at one point, like, I was like the top of my head. It's almost like I'm in, especially when I do it on my foot. It's like I'm in a trance. Like, I don't realize I'm doing it. Like, I just think I'm sitting there. And it actually takes my husband to physically sit there and be like, hey, and I'll snap out of it. But, I mean, I don't have, like, all this scientific stuff to read off to you guys. I'm just talking to you guys how I am, because that's how I roll. I'm not an organized person, and I just do my thing. And, yeah. But it really ticked me off last night with this coworker who is a nurse. Started laughing. And I was like, why don't you just stop? Well, it's not like I go around making fun of her illness and telling her, well, just stop. Because that's pretty much how it is. Like, I cannot help the fact that I do this. Do it at work? Yeah, I will bite the inside of my mouth. I'll play with my fingers, but I'm not gonna sit here and take off my shoe and my sock and like go at it on my foot, because that's just, no. But when people, like, I get looks because I wear tank tops all the time when I'm out, and I get looks because my arms are all, because I got what they, I mean, I guess it's like, I don't know what it is, like little bumps all in the back of my arm over here. It's not acne, it's just like little bumps. I don't know what it is, but you know, I get looked at because I have scars all over my arms. And it's, you know, people will obviously just think what they think. I can't help that. But the fact is, I know this, that 1 in 50 people have this. And it's not as simple as, oh, you pop pimples or you just rip off the hangnail. No. It's not, that's not dermatillomania. That is just, you're popping pimples and ripping off hangnails. But when I mean dermatillomania, I mean, like, I literally will pick at my feet, my fingers, the inside of my mouth, cheeks, and my lip, even on my face, until I come back with bloody fingers. Except, you know, in my mouth. I don't put my fingers in my mouth. I just bite. And often I taste blood when I'm biting my mouth. My mouth right now is all raw, right here. The inside of my lip is all raw. The cheek over here is getting there and everything. I did that all yesterday at work. And I will come back with my fingers bloody. Just, I sit there for hours and hours picking at myself. And yeah, it hurts, but it's not like the type of hurt, well, you know, people will be like, well, if it hurts, just freaking stop. It's like, that just pisses me off. Because, like I said, it's not something we can stop. I mean, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just not as easy as people think it is, because it's not like, you know, as simple as, I'll just say, you know, with pimples. You see someone picking at their face because they have pimples. It's not as easy. Just stop it. Leave it alone. It's difficult. And I mean, I've heard both sides of the story. Yes, there is a cure. Yes, you know, it's treatable. It's not curable. I have been told by professionals that this is something I have to learn to live with. It will not go away. And this is something I will have for the rest of my life. And do I see it as a weakness? No, I don't. Because the fact is, yes, I have stuff to work on. And the fact that I have this little issue of picking my skin, it doesn't stop me from being who I am. And I'm not going to make this like emotional because I know some people are very emotional and they start crying on camera, but I'm not that type. But I mean, I just hate the fact that, like I said, 1 in 50 people have this. Literally, no one's talking about it. And all it comes down to is people, when we do bring it up, I mean, the only place I feel safe to bringing it up is to my therapist. And, you know, besides my husband knows. And maybe a couple people that I actually truly trust know about it. And the reason not that many people, people who wonder, like yesterday were like, why are you limping? I tell them I have this thing. I don't say what it is. I say I have this thing where I just, tend to rip the skin off the bottom of my foot. And they look at me with such disgust. Like, yes, feet are nasty in general. I get that. I mean, I'm a CNA. I see some pretty horrid stuff. Not so much at this facility. My old facility, yeah, where I used to work, whoa. But here where I work, it's not bad at all. Residents at this place they have great skin where I work. But it's the fact that I get the look of general disgust. Like, people look at me like, oh, ew. They automatically think, okay, something's off with her and stuff like that. Because it makes people very vulnerable, for me to sit there and come out and say, I have dermatillomania. And, this is what I do. And this is what it is and stuff like that. It sets you up to be judged. And no one wants to be judged. No one. At all. And at my old job, I told people I have it. And they looked at me. And they were, like, wanting to inspect me like a lab experiment. Like, oh, let's see it. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, the only reason I showed this one nurse who it wasn't last night, it was like a couple months ago. I was limping really bad like I was last night, and I had her look at my foot because I was like, I don't know if it's infected. And she looked at it. She's like, it's not bad, but she's like, it's raw. And she's like, you can get I got the whole spiel just like I got it last night. I understand I can get an infection. I understand it's serious. I understand, the consequences. Yes, it's going to hurt. But when I get into that moment where I'm just like, not even thinking about it and I just start doing it, I'm not thinking, hey, this is going to hurt. Or, hey, I'm going to get really bloody. Like, I don't go into it thinking that. I think of, okay, this, I like that it's, in a way, it makes, it feels good while I do it. And, very relieving. But afterwards, the morning after, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I need a wheelchair. I need something. Because it hurts like a mother frigger. But I'm not looking for pity. I mean, I don't want people being like, I feel so sorry for you. I don't want that because that's not what this is about. It's more of, I want to let people know that there are some things people have that, yes, you don't see. And you don't know what it is. You don't know anything about it. But then people try to open their mouth and try to tell you how you should handle it when they have no idea what the heck it is. That's what pisses me off. That's why I'm doing the video today, because clearly it's something that needs to be talked about. No one knows what it is. There's also another thing called trichotillomania, and that's you're ripping out hair. And it's a whole thing of they're all under one thing, or not one thing, but they're all clumped under this thing called body focus repetitive behavior. And some people say it's OCD. Some people are like, no, it's not OCD. By no means is this self-harm. It's not like I'm doing it to hurt myself. It is something I cannot control, but I'm working on it. I just had a very rough few weeks. Pretty much the last rough month. And I'm not talking like, I'm talking like emotionally, like worn out because of work. And because someone said a lie about me, so now it's just like big drama. So yeah, that's been eating away at me. So that's what I do. I get stressed out. I get really bad anxiety, and I start picking. And I actually remember when I was little, I used to roller skate. I hated it, but all the girls had to do it in my family. And I got blisters from a roller skate. And I remember blisters would sting like a mother trucker when I was little. And I would poke at them and it would sting. But now as an adult, they don't. It's kind of weird. But I remember I had a blister that ended up drying up on my ankle. And so it was just like dead skin sitting there, and I didn't like it. So I took it off. Ever since then, I've been doing that. But it's to the point where my feet do not have any marks on them. I will claw and dig until I get a mark, and then I just rip. It's not, like I said, it's not self-harm in any way, because it's, like I said, I'm not going into this trying to hurt myself. I'm not trying to, that's it. I'm just not trying to hurt myself. It's just, I start going at it's only my foot mainly, but I always go at my foot and I don't even know about it. So I talked today with my guy, and he brought up an idea for me to try, so I'll try that. Be weird walking around with the word no written all over my ankle, but I'll give it a try. Because like I said, I have been told it's for life, and the fact that my 6-year-old has dry feet, he hates wearing socks, and I'm not about to let him walk around lotion all over the house on his feet. He's only 6, and he's already picking at his feet, and I hate it. And yeah, so you gotta figure out something for him. But I don't want my son growing up thinking, I'm disgusting or something's wrong, yes, it's not right to rip your own skin off, but until I can figure something out, I fight with it every day. I try not to. There are days where I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going to. But like I said, I wish I had all this, like, statistics and everything, but I mean, it's a serious thing. A lot of people have this. And often people with this are looked at like the stereotypes of, oh, you know, like drug use and stuff like that, and or you have like this contagious disease and, you know, or an incurable thing, and it's not. Because like I said, addiction to drugs in itself is a whole different level. Those people have fight for their lives, very serious. And, you know, it's not contagious. It's not like if I went, like, touched you, you'd be like, oh, I gotta start picking my skin. It's not like that. I mean, on my fingers, it's not too bad. I mean, I get the hangnails, and I kind of cut them, and they bleed a little bit, and then I just put a Band-Aid on it. But, like, on my foot, I mean, I wear flip-flops a lot, and people will look at my foot and be like, what the hell did you do to your foot? People think I, like, got hurt or something, and it's just like, no. It's just my thing. I just do that. And, like I said, people aren't accepting of it, when really it's more common than people think. But before, I mean, all I can say is really before you open your mouth and try to tell someone how they should be or how they should stop, maybe you should educate yourself on what you're trying to preach about. Because it's not as easy as you think. And, I mean, I am not sitting there putting, you know, I mean, because people in general, yes, are going to be curious. They're going to be like, what the heck is that? And it's going to be weird and everything. I'm sick of being looked at like I have a disease that's contagious, and it's, you know, everyone has their own thing. I mean, there could be people out there that have dermatillomania that I'm friends with, and I don't even know it, because they won't speak up. But like I said, I don't want my 6-year-old growing up starting to be made fun of because of something he cannot help. I mean, as a mom, I'm trying to do the best I can for him and stuff like that, because I'm hoping his isn't really bad. But by no means am I ashamed of my son. I'm not going to think of him differently. Because, you know, he's my son. And I will be there with him through the thick of it if people start getting nasty to him. Because you know what? There's strength in numbers. And right now, I'm the only person I know of that has this, that I'm friends with, or in my family. Besides my son. But people who just pop pimples, like I said, or just do their hangnails, please don't tell me you know what I'm talking about, or you can feel for me. Because until you're done sitting there for hours, and I mean hours, picking at yourself and you come back with bloody fingers, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Because I am very unaware that I do it. There are times, yes, I go in the mirror, especially when I do my makeup, that I'm like, oh, got that, so I try to get, yeah, I will do that to my face. I will knowingly do that to my face, but I will not knowingly do it to my foot or my mouth. So all I can say is if anyone is interested in learning more about any type of BFRB, body focused repetitive behavior, please look it up. Google is a great thing because we all know Google knows everything. Do your research because I'm just very disappointed in this one friend of mine. Because not like I can just stop. So, yes, do your research. If you're curious, yes, I will answer questions, but I'm not going to sit here and let you make me feel ashamed of something I can't help. Like, I really don't even consider this person a friend anymore. Like, of her, of all people, that's a nurse, to basically laugh at me. No. I'm not going to take it. I even told her last night, it is not a joking matter. This is not a joke. You know, you're making me feel like crap. You know? But she told me she's doing it with my best interest. But it's like, making me feel like crap is not going to do it. So, or if you know of a loved one who has it, instead of being judgmental and dismissive, maybe you should embrace that person and just talk with them. Just talk. Because, I mean, it could help. You never know. But if not, I mean, I've been playing with this for almost half an hour with this whole video, just playing with this. Why? I don't know. I just do. It's keeping my hands busy. If you have this, or you know anyone, or you don't have this, but if you have some type of picking disorder, pick one of these up. Pick one of these up. Buy a fidget cube. Give it to someone that you know that has a picking disorder. Or for yourself. Maybe you have one. And keep your hands busy. Because like I said, I can't help. It's what I do. And also strength is in numbers. So the more people that talk about it, the more awareness there will be. And hopefully we can break the stigma of any type of disorder. Whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally. Hopefully we can break it. And if you're going to come on here and just bash me for this, I feel sorry for you. Because you're basically picking on someone who is putting it out there so people can know more about this issue. So I hope your parents are proud of you. And I hope you feel like a better person because of it. That's all I can say. Maybe I'll send you guys a cookie for that. So all the bashers out there, I'll send you a cookie. It'll make you feel better. But, because I know there's all those internet trolls out here. Because all you guys have small penises, and you need someone to pick on. So, that's my little message today. Educate yourself before you open your mouth. And it's because of people like you, especially this person I used to call my friend, like people like her, that people with any type of mental disability, any mental health issue they have. This is why people don't say anything. Because we're looked at like we're crazy. like we're psychotic. And not that there's anything wrong with that either. Because, let's face it, if it's up here and you're born with it, you can't really help it now, can you? Because I'm not saying I was born with dermatillomania, but I'm just saying people have their issues. So before you judge, look at yourself. Do some research. Get to know the people before you judge them. And if you are curious, be like, instead of going, ew, when someone tells you what it is, just be like, tell me about it. The more you know, the more you grow. That's all I can say. So with that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And I'm going to play with my fidget. Or my son's fidget spinner. Until he gets home. And then I'll have to find my own. But yes, raise awareness. I mean, learn about it. And for anyone else out there that or I shouldn't say for anyone else. For all the other people that have dermatillomania, trichotillomania, anything like that, I'm with you. You know what? Maybe we should all get together. Because I can tell you right now, there's nothing in my area for any type of support group for this. So, we should get together, support one another, and make our voices heard. Because we are more than the stigma, aren't we? So, peace out, Butter Scout.